Alright, what's going on everybody? My name is Toby and welcome back to some more Minecraft here on the channel. This is episode number 23 of the single player series that we're doing. And in the last episode, we made a new addition to this town right here. That addition, of course, being the barn that we built in the last episode. And if you didn't see the last episode, go ahead and watch it. But in the last episode, I also complained that the stables and the barn were way too far apart. Which is why, as you see, I combined them over here. And I don't really know if I like the design on the roof right here, but I mean, we can always change that. But if we go inside the barn, I didn't only build the stables right here, I also connected them to the wall right here, so it's easy to access and stuff like that. It looks fine. I like it. We might do some redecorating in here, make some path blocks, some pots all in the ground, maybe some coarse dirt. Try to do a little bit of redecorating inside the roof and on top of the roof and stuff like that. But I think Dr. Skellebone is happy to be here. But this place over here, it does look a bit empty now that there aren't any stables. And I thought that we might go ahead and build a bar right here, because that would look amazing and that would make a lot of sense to have a bar in a medieval type village, I would think. Like an old type bar, not like old, like Western type, but like medieval type bar, if that makes sense. And I was thinking that we could maybe continue this pathway going down here and then make another fisherman's house, because if you haven't been following up on the series, this is our fisherman house right now. We have a fisherman's house right here. And a harbor over here, or a work in progress harbor. But I've been thinking of removing this harbor right here, because it's kind of weird to have a harbor when when it's cold water and there is ice mountains and whatever. Icebergs, not ice mountains, but hey, I don't mind removing them, but I just thought it would be weird. So instead of just continuing to delay this harbor build right here, I'm thinking of removing it completely. And then instead of having that harbor right there, we might go ahead and build something in this like lake right here. Maybe expand the lake a bit, because it's a very, very small lake. But maybe expand it a bit, build something underwater maybe, that would be kind of cool. But that is not what we're gonna do in this episode, or at least not in the start of it. Because I have another project that I want to be starting on, because it is soon to be Halloween. It's actually Halloween in a couple of days of recording this video. And sure, when you're watching this, it's actually also pretty near to Halloween. But in here I had a what's it called, a Nether Wart farm, but I decided, hey, let's automate it. So that's what we're gonna do for this episode. We are gonna go ahead and make a Nether Wart farm that's automated. Well, not completely automated, because we're gonna have to control the buttons and whenever it's done growing and stuff like that, if it makes sense. But I mean, it's better than just waiting for it to grow and then just collecting it all and stuff like that. So you might be wondering what we're going to be building actually, and let me tell you, it's a very, very big project, so I don't know if we're gonna finish it for Halloween. That's the big problem here. But I definitely want to build some sort of area where it's Halloween themed, or at least just some spooky feeling themed to it, if it makes sense. But let's go ahead and take a look on the build itself. And welcome to my creative world. As you can see, I have a big world right here. A bit of some spoilers for what's gonna come, so that's exciting. But this is the house that I wanted to be building, and like, I'm not normally a builder, but I think this house looks amazing. I was looking at some horror houses or like Halloween themed houses, and I just thought that this was amazing. It actually was supposed to be an old English type house, but then I thought, it's Halloween soon, let me change up a couple of blocks, and it just looks spooky, and I like it a lot. Alright, welcome back. I've been grinding for nether brick and nether brick. Red nether brick? What? Red nether brick. Nice. I've been grinding a bit for those blocks, and I kind of want to make sure that we have enough. I don't think 3 stacks is nearly enough as what we're going to need. We're going to need a whole lot more. To put into perspective how long this is going to take, how tedious of a process this is going to be, you get nether brick from smelting netherrack, I believe, and to get 1 block of nether brick, you need 4 nether bricks. That's 4 netherrack for every single nether brick block. That's hard to say. But you basically craft them in a 2x2 like this, and you get a nether brick. Now for the red nether brick, it's a lot easier, but kinda not at the same time. You need 2 nether wart, and you need 2 nether brick, and you need to put it like this to get a red nether brick. So it's a long process getting all of these materials, but I guess if we make the farm and it's efficient enough, it's gonna go real fast. But that's what we're gonna do to start off this episode. We're gonna make a Nether Wart farm, and for this, I actually already prepared a bit. I have a lot of soul sand. I think we need a lot more, but we also need a dispenser, and I actually forgot how to craft a dispenser. Alright, we need, is that 7 cobblestone? That's 7 cobblestone, a redstone, and a bow into the crafting table like this, and we have our dispenser. Actually, come to think of it, it's not smart that we make it inside because we do need a lot of area. Saying that reminds me that we have a big portion of area down here in the cave that I mined out when we had the beacon down here, right over here. So this is actually where we might go ahead and build the farm. I feel like this is a very good place. Is this a slime chunk? Oh yeah, that would make sense. We have a swamp biome right over there or something in that direction there. I think here is actually a pretty good place for it. And we can do it right here in the middle, because I believe this is just right next to our sugarcane farm. So if we're AFK at our sugarcane farm, we might go down here and check it out sometimes. Right here is where the dispenser is gonna go. The water bucket in there, and I think we're gonna make a quick time lapse of me just trying to make out this this farm right here. So technically the farm should work all handy dandy right now. It should be working just fine. Let's just check it out by pressing the button here and see if the minecart travels all the way. Because if it doesn't, then the farm doesn't work. But if it does, then the farm does work. And we just need another button to activate the dispenser right there. And we're actually pretty good. So please go all the way up again. Please. Okay, it does. Alright, that's actually pretty cool. That's so cool. Now, as I said, this is not really an automatic farm. It really just, it's pretty manual because you have to be in the area. You have to press the button for it to activate. But it's somewhat automatic in a way, in the sense of it's half automatic. Let's call it half automatic. Also, it's not really the most or the best looking farm, but I guess it'll work for what we need it for. So the way it works is that we place in the Nether Wart right here, and also, we need to place the button before we do anything, right there. So even though we didn't have enough Nether Wart to fill it out, it actually grows pretty fast as well. That just grew 1 bit, which is kind of nice. But hey, let's press the button and see if it works. And all the Nether Wart should now go into the underground. And I see some of it falling on here, which is not good. We might need to raise this 1 block so that the Nether Wart actually ricochets back into the hole, because it needs to go into the hole right here. And whenever it's down there underground, yes, we can speak, we press this button right here. Minecart is then gonna go all the way here, collect all the items, and go back up here, hopefully. Why didn't it work this time? That's weird. All right, we might need to fix this at some point, but when it goes up there, it should unload all the Nether Wart, and it seems like it's working, right? So that's a good thing, even though we might need to place a couple more powered rails around here. Let's start filling in this place with all the Nether Wart that we have. And I think that actually is all we had before all this right here. Because whenever I'm AFK for let's say, sugar canes or something like that, because I am AFK a lot for sugar canes, because we need a lot of rockets. So a lot of the time, I'm pretty much AFK at either the sugarcane farm or the gunpowder farm, because I mean, I do use rockets a lot. So when I'm AFK at the sugarcane farm, this is just right under the sugarcane farm. So, I mean, it technically should be growing while I'm AFK. Anyway, I think I'm going to be AFK at the sugarcane farm here for a while. But before I go ahead and do that, I want to show you guys something I did to it, because I did do a bit of modifications. I don't know if I showed this already. I probably did, actually. But before, whenever one of these sugarcanes reached the top level, it would all just punch the sugarcane down so that every single sugarcane would fall into the chest. But now I made it so that it individually detects whenever a sugarcane had grown 3 blocks tall, so that it punches out the bottom block. Not really the bottom block, but this is just more efficient. So if you did use this design for your own world, take notes here, because this is a bit of a better design. The only thing I did is that I moved every second block 1 block out. That's the only thing I did. It's not that hard. If you guys want a tutorial on this, like sugarcane farm, because it's a pretty easy design, let me know down below. I would gladly want to make a tutorial on this design here, but I'm gonna stand AFK here for an hour, maybe 2 hours, and I'm gonna get some sleep, actually, because I haven't slept yet. And I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna check if the Nether Wart farm actually have worked. And if the Nether Wart farm works, we might be able to build the Halloween house in the next couple of episodes, one of the next couple of episodes. I know it's probably gonna go past Halloween, because Halloween is just around the corner, so I'm sorry about that. I mean, if we're lucky and this farm works really well, we might be able to build it on Halloween. Alright, it's been about an hour. I was sick of waiting and I couldn't fall asleep, so here we are. Let's see how much sugarcane we have. Even though this isn't the most important part, the important part here is the Nether Wart downstairs. Ooh, that's actually a decent amount. For an hour of AFK, I guess there must have been some in the chests already, but I don't know, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for an hour of waiting. So I came down here and there was a couple of skeletons and a creeper in here. So as you can tell, there was a creeper in there. And they fell down into the system. Hopefully they didn't mess anything up. I might go down check. Yeah, we could put a torch right there, because they aren't able to spawn here because water and stuff like that. So now I don't think that they're able to spawn here too. I don't actually know if they are, because we don't want mobs to spawn on the soul sand. I don't think they spawn when we placed a block on top of it. Like a nether wart block, I don't think they spawn. Hello, could you go away, sir? Yeah, whenever the nether wart is placed here, I don't think the mobs would spawn on top of it. It looks like a lot of them has grown to their full potential, which is nice. And I also remembered to bring a powered rail and a redstone block, so we can put that right about... Let's put it here, and hopefully that will work. Anyway, let's try to do this thing, and hopefully it does work. Let's send out the minecart. And you, sir, you have to go away. It actually got up there. All right, how much? Ooh, that's actually pretty decent amount here. Okay, now they shouldn't be able to just jump up on here and get into the system. They might be able to fall down here, but I guess we can do a bit of like maybe doing this or something like that, so that they have a hard time getting in here. This might decrease their chance of actually going in here, but now we also have a hard time getting in there, but it doesn't really matter, because what matters is that zombies aren't allowed in here. We could build a couple of doors or something like that, I don't know. Maybe we actually... What if we go ahead and put a slab on top of here? Because that way we're able to actually shift under, but mobs aren't able really to go under here. I guess are creepers? I don't think they are actually, so that's a plus. I think I'm gonna leave this episode here. If you guys enjoyed it and want to see more, let me know down below by leaving a like or a comment. Or if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, ring the bell button, all of that stuff. I hope I see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye!